Dave Womack here from BirdTricks. I just flew into Maryland to work with our freeflight student. Good morning, everybody. Dave Womack here from BirdTricks. I just flew into Maryland to work with our free flight student, Katie, who is going to be flying her blue and gold macaw, Mia, for the very first time.
Well, just nerves, just being nervous.
She didn't sleep?
Not really. I tossed and turned all night.
Are
just a little nervous.
Are you excited or mostly nervous, or what are you feeling?
Everything. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm a tiny bit scared.
It's good, it'll keep you safe.
This has been my dream since, I can't tell you for how long, since before I even had birds. Like, I've always wanted a macaw and I always wanted to do this. So it's like the feelings from just like my dream coming true, and then there's the feelings of her actually flying, and it's just everything.
Awesome,
so
let's make it happen.
Nervous. It's okay, come here. It's okay. It's okay.
Not easy about me, huh?
It's okay, or maybe that case. Step up. Step up. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Good job, Mia. Good job. So this is actually, it said 1025, which is a lot lower than she normally is. Normally she's usually anywhere from lately she's been between 1036 and 1042. And it just said she was 1025.
Okay.
I normally have her step up and down like 3 times because you know how it kind of goes back and forth to get. I don't know that she will. Want to step up? What's wrong? No. Here. Oh, baby. Good job. It's okay. Want to sit here? There you go. Good job. That was a lot easier than I thought. Good job! Yay!
Can you turn so I can see it on her?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Come here, baby. Come here.
Oh, no. I'm gonna get closer if you're just gonna end up going. So I'm just gonna observe from back here, so she's chill.
Okay.
see it pretty well there?
So we just decided to take Mia out for the first time, and she didn't do very well. We flew her in the batting cage and she just wasn't responding. She was ignoring me, wasn't flying to me. And then when we took her to the second batting cage, she was just going right past me, hitting to the net. Each time she just went right by me, didn't have any desire to land on me at all, come to me at all. So we decided to call it. We decided not to fly her today.
Okay, so we were getting an unusual response. She was missing you, as you said. She had no motivation. So rather than risk it today, we wanted to go ahead and work on other skills. So her motivation seems like it should be right. She's even a little bit under what her normal weight is. And you were saying she just never flies by you and acts that way.
Just the one time the wind blew her by me, but other than that, she always comes to me.
Okay, so we are going to work on some boomerang flights today using me to help kind of encourage her to make a return flight. I'm wondering if part of the issue today is that she's just uneasy about me. And so we're going to work with her today and see if we can make some improvements and hopefully get her out tomorrow.
So this morning we got her out and we put the GPS on her tail. We didn't have to tail her. I was able to sneak it in, which I'm very happy about. And then we took her to the community room to try to do a couple warm-up flights. We did 2 or 3, just A to B. And then we did 2 boomerangs, which she did perfect, I would say, don't you think?
Yeah.
So we are now on our way to the batting cage to see if we can get some A to B flights out of her in the batting cage. Oh, buddy, you were supposed to turn right there. I feel much better today. I'm a lot calmer. I'm not going to worry about anything. Just if she does do great and listen and does the recall, great. If not, then she's just not ready, and it just shows that we have more things that we have to work on. But I'm not going to get all anxious and nervous, and just stay nice and calm because I don't want her to feed off of my emotion.
Well, when somebody turn off their text messages. not being gentle. I'm just being, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do this. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to look or feel like it's rough. Hold on. But she needs to get used to more of like this activity. Okay, you ready? You ready? I'm not gonna hurt you. Now I realize that may have looked a little rough for Mia, and I promise you at no point was she harmed. She was just a little bit scared. Typically she was used to running to Katie's shoulder to pacify her fear. But since I no longer gave that option, she's a little bit startled. This is how we typically handle our birds, and once they learn that your hand is actually a safe place, they'll crave to be there rather than your shoulder. Check out what happens after just a few minutes. Like this, she's gonna spoon. And she's it's still love you. That's not scary. So, you know, like right now I'm trying to be more animated around her to let her just realize that moving something, it shouldn't cause a fly off. Like that wouldn't cause a fly off if you were holding her, right? Yeah. And that scares me. Where, you know, you should be on your cool, yeah. Look, see already she's way better. Come over here, let me grab something real quick. And that's what we need her to be. She knows I'm not gonna let her go. She's okay with it. It's like, she's calm enough, right? I gotta take a picture of this. Slower until you feel her body shifting. So it's the end of a couple of pretty productive days that were unexpected. We didn't exactly have the pattern of free flying that we expected to have, but we did have some other breakthroughs. So I'm gonna let Katie tell you a little bit about what happened and what we observed.
So we didn't get to go outside and fly, but we did. She learned how to do the boomerang, which I think she did very, very well. She did it a couple times perfectly. And then the biggest thing that I've learned and we're gonna work on is the desensitizing. One of the reasons I think why she didn't get to fly this weekend, well, we know she didn't get to fly this weekend, is because she's just spooked by every single little thing. Everything scares her. Opening the door, the camera, everything. So that's gonna be our homework. We have to work on desensitizing.
Cool, we definitely made some progress with her, just even, she was letting me handle her more towards the end of this trip. And it kind of brought up a really good point, and it was something that we noticed with David and Ashlyn as well, and Tango. And David had a tendency to be very, to kind of baby the bird. And so I noticed that Katie was also doing the same thing. And so just spending some time actually showing, you know, hey, you can hold her like this. You can walk with more intent, with more purpose, and less gingerly, and end up with really good results. And the amazing thing is, I didn't lose any trust with the bird by showing this, and we were able to notice a pretty drastic difference in desensitization and how fast she's able to overcome fear of new things. So although her skills, her training is totally there for free flight, just this idea that she spooks easily, we didn't want to end up having her take flight and spend an entire day trying to recover, or worse, a couple of days trying to recover. So even though we had the safety of the GPS, even though the training was spot on, we chose not to fly until we get this other little problem solved. But we are definitely on track. Yes, and that's a huge thing. No shoulder. So we're probably going to do a podcast on this about why no shoulder and how it actually ends up being a pacifier, and we'll go into some more details with that. Likely we'll go into it here pretty soon, but that's the update right now, and hopefully we have some free flight videos for you in the very near future. Very near future, that was hard for me to say.